But now, could you tell me, why are you doing the research?
If you see, the Quran commands me, do not talk about things which you do not understand. So if I want to understand and talk about subjects, then I must learn myself to understand. So when I understand the subject, I can talk. And therefore, I am always prepared when it comes to religions, trying to know God, trying to find God, trying to explain to others how to know He exists. I can do that without preparations. Because I have done that.
I honor for you for that. You evidently have a lot of time on your hands to concentrate just on that.
I have done that because that is part of my purpose.
Now,
Part of my purpose is to know. And as you said, you got a huge brain, and we use so little of it. I try to make full use of it and to the best of my ability.
But at the basis, I want to know what lays at the basis of your research.
Listen.
You want to prove that the Bible is not the word of God?
No. I don't only study your Bible.
No. At the basis of it, you want to prove that the Bible is not true. It's not the word of God, it's a lie. You also want to prove that Jesus never died for the sins of the world. That's what you want to prove. That's what you want to prove. And you want to prove that how can He be the Son of God? How can God have a son if He hasn't got a wife? That is the main thrust. That is what the whole problem in the Islamic world is, and that is why the OIC has been brought into being. As I gave my good friend that email I received, the OIC is there for the sole protection of Islam worldwide. It is. Because the moment there's...
I don't even know they exist.
Who is the OIC?
The OIC is the Organization Islamic Council. It's just been...
Conference.
Conference, yeah.
But I don't know that.
I also don't know that.
Come to the United Nations and say our human rights are being infringed upon. People are, like what happened with the Danish cartoons, people are defaming our prophet, defaming the word of God, the Quran, defaming Islam. We want protection against that. They are, but why?
Well, we don't need that protection. We don't need the protection.
Listen to me.
Why do you have to hide?
Mr. Truter, if Adam did sin, listen to me, if he did sin, I would have agreed with you, but unfortunately.
But that's from an Islamic point of view.
No, please. I'll tell you now from the biblical point of view. The Quran you don't understand.
No, I don't understand.
No, I'll tell you why. You don't know the rules. There are two types of verses in the Quran which you don't know how to distinguish between the two. That I know for a fact. I've read many Christian literature on the Quran, and I all see they all make the same mistake. I haven't found one non-Muslim that have understood to use the Quran. I haven't found one. Now, what I want to say, Adam did not have any knowledge. When God made him, He prohibited him from eating of a fruit of knowledge and good and evil. Now, I haven't seen a fruit like that yet. I don't know if you have seen it.
It was in a garden.
But I haven't seen it. You see, I can't substantiate that. Then, when his wife was just made, how did he know, without knowledge, that she was made of his bone while he was in a deep sleep? That is very confusing to me. The next part is this. After his wife gave him of that knowledge fruit, only then he realized he was naked. He never knew that before. You know that? Now, from a justice point of view, Adam could not have sinned because he had no knowledge of understanding between right and wrong, good and evil.
He was disobedient.
Listen, he was not. You can't even be disobedient if you have got no knowledge.
All sin. If I tell you not to do something and you do it, you've committed a sin.
Listen, Mr. Truter, if I take you now to the asylum and I take you to mentally disturbed people and you give them commands, they're not going to listen to you. It's the same with Adam. Adam had no knowledge according to the Bible. He only became knowledgeable after eating of that fruit. So that means when God gave him the command, I cannot really blame Adam according to that story. I must blame God. Because God didn't know. Listen, I'm talking to a person without knowledge. So God made a great error to tell him something which he couldn't understand. You see, that is the dilemma of the story of Adam. So, I think if you want to say something, you can say something on that.
Yes,
but
I would like to have that disc, please.
Yes, you will
I
get
want the original. Please.
Yeah, but you can't have it now. I'll have to make a copy of this. This is still in the camera.
No.
You see, so I'll give one to Sheikh.
But I don't want one.
How
I
many?
want the original.
You can have the original, but the thing is that I'll have to make a copy for myself.
This thing just dies a natural death here, in this room.
No, but look, Mr. Truter, what are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of
No, you
anything.
seem to be so frightened about your belief.
No, look here.
You know,
you can't-
if I must sit there and you want to question me, I'll be prepared. What I believe, I'm going to substantiate. You seem to be frightened when the man speaks about it. You say, what are you trying to do? Brother, what are we doing? We are talking.
But now, why don't you put it on film?
Because why? We want to learn. So when later after you
No,
go
no,
on,
no,
we
you are-
said-
Adam had no qualified, only being knowledgeable of eating on.
This is Ustad's
You come here with
office
paintings and
with all his books.
but the same thing.
As a natural death here, in this room.
No, but what are you afraid?
I'm not
You
afraid.
don't seem to be frightened of your belief.
No,
You know,
no,
if I must sit you want to question me, what I'm going to substantiate. You seem to be frightened. Man speaking. You say, what's wrong? Brother, what are you talking?
Why don't you put it on film?
Because we were done so when after.
Adam had
Je ziet, ik heb gaan vroeg naar de check, maar ik heb die check zo om te voor.
Ik heb één dag geschieden. Niet via aan de moslims. Shut up. But don't do it on. They don't do it. They back up one another right to the end. Lies or no lies. It's not about them. Walk away then. Don't become.
But you see, what I'm very happy to get, that is one thing. I've told him this before. And he said, he's only work for the truth. And they're writing.
was klaar bij mij. Moest hij... Ik hoop ook klaar maken.
Are we done here? Is that expecting a waiting?
Some said go to the
Oh, okay.
The Muslims are not really